Next, I don't know, has Jane been in touch with you yet?
No.
She messaged on LinkedIn to say she was postponing her course until next year.
Okay, all right. So, she only got in touch with me earlier on today. Hang on, let me just... Oh, I've got a couple of people to assign. Wait a sec. Oh, my goodness. Pepe. Where's Pepe? She's in Halo. My goodness. Everyone's just coming in thinking fast. Isabel's in Triangle. And there's someone else who I don't recognise, so I'm going to go and check out who they are. Very quickly, Rosie, welcome to Team X. Everyone, welcome to Rosie. So Rosie is a technical tutor at our Rochester campus in textiles. And she's lovely. She's just done HEA. No, not textiles. In
FE.
FE, sorry. There we go. I'll let you do the rest of the introductions because you're much better at it than I am. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay.
Question is, how long could you have rolled with that and pretended you were textiles?
I know. Till Emily finds me out, I guess. Because she's the textiles. Yeah. I do a bit of ceramics as well as FE. Yeah.
Cool.
And what do you guys do?
I am a digital media lecturer at Rochester at Fashion Media and Promotion course.
Oh, right. Cool.
Just
we should meet up then.
Yeah.
Great.
It's opposite side of the building, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, how about you guys?
After you, Sinead.
Oh, okay. I was pointing to you as if to be like, off you go, thinking you can't see my hand movement. I teach as a GTA for Year 2 for illustration and animation at UCA Canterbury.
Oh, right. Cool. Okay.
I've just finished an MA in jewellery, although it's metalwork.
Oh, nice, yeah.
At Farnham, and got the artist in residence for metalwork.
Oh.
And the new Deborah, who's has just contacted me. So I've got my first 2 teaching slots, 1st of October, 2nd of October, through the residence.
Great.
Hooray!
I'm hoping it will tie in with what we're doing here. So
fantastic. I know Deborah from Rochester.
We're it's good. Got a nice new facility, and it's jewellery. So although the artist in residency will be the metalwork, the sculptural big stuff, the teaching is specifically first year jewellery, which is exactly where I'm hoping to be used.
That's that's good. What you wish for, isn't it, Lee? And then he's giving that work. And suddenly we've got some teaching work.
Yes. Because I wasn't panicking about that. I was thinking, I'm doing the PD cert and I haven't got the class. And now I'm thinking, I've got class. I need to... Yeah, okay, right.
Different things to worry about now. Good. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for welcoming Rosie. And Rosie, they're a lovely bunch of people. And I'm sure you'll get on absolutely fine. And I'm sure they'll talk you through where you're at with your presentation. So that'd be fab if you could all bring Rosie up to speed with what you've been working on.
Cool.
Brilliant. Well done, team. I'll leave you in peace.
Well, I was about to say, that'll be Elva and Sinead bringing you up to speed, Rosie. I'll be listening with very keen ears.
Excellent.
Well, I logged on today and was like, wow, it's changed.
Oh.
That was Mark then.
Yeah. I added a few bits, but not that much. I was meant to do stuff on Tuesday, but I was really ill. So when we had Wednesday's session, I had my camera off because I thought I'm just going to look awful and feel awful and I don't want to see the screen. I'll just have you next to me while I listen.
Last Thursday, after our meeting here, I went into it and I saw it so empty that it made me panic a little bit. So I started putting images and text.
Nice.
To make it a bit more visual because it was totally empty.
Yeah, it does look a lot more now.
Can everybody see it well?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just the intro. So I decided to do covers, right? So one for socialist constructivism, and then there's the text here underneath. Does everybody has access to this?
Yeah, I've had a little look through it, thanks. Yeah.
So we have to polish the text. Then I just started adding without thinking of the order the slides. So this needs to be some work. Then the slides to introduce left, And these two links are quite useful, I thought. So I have them here. A little bit about his life that we could just quickly summarize it in 3 lines, I suppose. Maybe 6 lines. And then I started putting pictures of Russia just to contextualize.
I like the 2 photos and how they're quite contrasting in their look of being quite open and then building block.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
Yeah, and then I can see, this one, old style, old vintage. Oh, but someone has added these, which I didn't. Yeah, very good. Yeah. And so, maybe it's duplicate. And the questions, fantastic. I've just seen this today, before coming to the talk, to the meeting. Yeah, that's fantastic. So basically what we have to do, Rosie, is finish it up for next week. And I suppose, do we have to choose who's going to talk?
So I don't know whether we're doing 3-4 slides each, because we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in a group, or whether we just nominate to do it, or what exactly?
Happy to get delegated. I've done so little. I don't mind being asked to do anything. So my dulcet tones.
Maybe one person does about him and the other one about
the theory.
The theory. Yeah,
that could work. I don't know, it just depends, because I suppose it'd be quite choppy change if you keep changing between people.
That's why, that's my process of thought. I don't want to do it. So I'm happy to put as many colorful and but I don't want to talk in front of the camera, please.
I don't mind talking about the bit that I've researched, because I vaguely understand that. The rest of it is a little bit...
Rosie, have you ever heard about social constructivism?
Not really. This is very new.
Okay, we should get you on the LinkedIn group.
Oh, yes, I think Tony added me on there today, but I don't know if it's gone through.
Okay, let's
do you have your own group, or is it like the PG Cert group?
We've got a chat, which is like a messenger bit, and we do have a group.
Okay.
Because on the group we've posted links and stuff if we've seen stuff that's useful.
Oh yeah.
We might not have Nikki.
Oh.
Because it says Tony has removed Yuk Ying, which is Nikki, from the conversation, added Rosie and removed Jane.
Oh, wow. So we have 5 now.
Okay, that's all right.
Fair enough.
So you're officially added to the messenger. So let's try. Let's find a group.
So I had an experience on Saturday.
Oh, what kind of experience?
Teaching my 17-year-old son how to use a credit card PDQ machine at my shop, and told him, showed him, and as usual he paid almost no attention and tuned out everything I say. So when a client came in, I said, go on then, you do it. He made a total mess of it, and I had to, and he was all embarrassed, and I was like, no, come on, we'll do this. And I went through and I did it again with him, got him to do it, and then the next client, he did it, and he did it fine. And as I walked away, I thought, oh, I've just done a...
You've just done a thing.
I've just done a thing. It was, the zone of...
scaffolding. Is that called?
Yeah, ZPD and scaffolding.
Yeah.
without really twigging. And then, of course, I told him what we'd just done, and he tuned that out as well.
So next time he'll get it.
Yeah, but he will, yeah. I thought, it's like putting the triangle in the triangle hole and the square in the square. I was like, yeah, okay.
So you still do it. It just gets more adulty type lessons as you go along.
Yes, I hope. Yes.
Right. Let's go.
How should we proceed?
So, sorry, I've kind of sidetracked. I think I've now found you, Rosie, on LinkedIn. Cool. So if I connect, and then we should be able to invite you into the group, and then that'll be a bit easier for that bit.
Great.
Just because it's quite useful just to post stuff on that. There's a couple of bits of what's it? So, although we don't have the 40 odd slides, it could quite well be that some of these intertwine with each other.
Yes.
So, do we do like a nice image that we could then sort of connect into the one before? Or go through the notes and cut them up? Because I did that with the child learning to ride a bike. I then went through the kids learning in schools and started to cut that up a bit.
Okay, cool.
Because Mark was putting stuff in italics for what he thought would be staying structure for the presentation.
So are these ones? This in the page, on every page, these are the ones, the categories that he was putting.
So I've only ever used PowerPoint, an old version, and obviously you create a slide, and then I was imagining you'd have a script or something that you'd have to, but it's obviously with this. So when you do the presentation to everyone else, they don't get to see the...
No, they don't get... Yeah, because if we...
So it's like a script. We can read this whilst everyone's looking at that slide.
Yeah, because if we set this to present...
We can test it out.
Yeah, if we set it to present, I doubt you're going to see the notes. No, so it'd be worth having that written down.
You can have them, but you can see this, isn't it?
Oh, wait, have you got the notes up now?
Yeah, can you see this?
We can't see
the notes. Can't, but you can.
Right,
yeah. Hey.
So it does work that way. So whoever's doing the talking...
Yeah, so there's a pop-up window here that you can't see apparently, where there's all the text and the slides. I can see both. It's like a split screen image.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fabulous. That solves that question.
Yes.
Okay, I just done a screen grab so I can send it to you guys to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay. How do I stop this?
Escape.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yes, escape always works. Do we have chat here? Chat, yes.
Oh, I haven't opened chat. Good point. Yep, group chat open.
There you go. This. Can you see it like this?
It looks just like the normal.
Okay. Oops. Listen. No, open.
Okay, there it is. It's in the chat.
Okay, cool. So that's how you would see it while you are doing the presentation, whoever is doing the presentation.
Okay, cool.
So you can see what other people see, and then the pop-up window will come in front, and you have the image and all the text.
And there's a timer running down. Okay.
Yeah, we have to set it up at 20 seconds per slide.
Oh, so is it going to automatically change?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We should hone in our wording.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm getting confused between your screen that I'm looking at and my own. Uh-oh. Let's go back to Zoom. There we go. That's it.
Yeah, happy for anyone to share the screen if you want, or to do anything else.
So players are leading active. Yeah.
Invite the right Rosie to the group.
So, Rosie, the theorist that we have to do a presentation about is Lev Vygotsky, who was a Russian. He studied. Well, I'm gonna tell you. He studied medicine, law, history, and philosophy, and ended up working as a psychotherapist. No, psychology art. Psychology art.
Okay, yeah.
And he discovered this theory of education theory that call it social constructivism, and it was about how children learn by scaffolding methods. I don't know, maybe Sinead can explain better.
So with his learning methods, there are, we said, 3 main ones that we're talking about. One of them is scaffolding, which is also connected to ZPD.
Yeah.
And it's scaffolding, the way to think of it is like scaffolding on a building. So you need the scaffolding to help do the work to fix the building. And then once the materials have settled, you can take the scaffolding off and it's a structure.
Right.
So the idea is that your child is the building and the adult teaching is the scaffolding.
Okay.
Has
Rosie got a copy of this yet?
No, it's on its way. Okay. It's in the post, apparently.
It's a very, whatever you want to call it, precise sort of, wraps it up not quite neatly.
Yeah.
So the theory is that a child might not know how to do things, so you show them how to do it, and then from that display, then they can imitate it and carry on by themselves doing the tasks, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. That's pretty much it, yeah.
And then he was talking about the tools, and which is language, and how important is play, because he said the children learn.
Children learn through play.
Yes, learning through play. So they see the environment and the social situation around them, and then they start imitating. And that's how they learn, by playing, imitating adults and their cultural environment. So here there are some notes which they need to be worked on, but basically it's coming out from the book that Lee was showing you.
Okay, great.
Children talk to themselves. Adults talk to themselves as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, all of it applies to adults. Adults also learn best through play. It's not just children.
Yeah.
And adults also need scaffolding.
Yes.
Indeed. Keep building it, Nick.
What's the phrase? Build it and they will come.
Yes. Okay. Right.
And you have the zone of
proximal development.
Mm-hmm. What the hell's that?
What was a nice description further down below scaffolding?
Okay, I'll wait. I'll hold my fire. I'll wait.
Yeah.
So we've got scaffolding is a process that enables a child or novice to solve a task or to achieve a goal that would...
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. I was like, it's gone. It's not my computer.
I'm reading from yours.
No, hang on. I'll go back. I'll go to mine.
No.
Okay. goal that would be beyond his unassisted efforts. Scaffolding consists of the activities provided by the educator or more committed peer to support the student as he or she is led through the zone of proximal development. And then, can we go down one?
Yeah. You mean the text, the notes, or the slides?
Oh, I didn't realise there was more notes.
Oh yeah, I can expand this.
So then we talk about cognitive development and social class and children learning through each other, and how scaffolding is used as a problem solving by an adult or more advanced peer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's later mentioned on about using it in the classroom and how a teacher can interact through problem solving and adapt play through problem solving so that children can start to develop through imagination.
The way it's written here, it says ZPD was named Scaffolding. So Scaffolding was the name they took after he died?
In our first book, it just says the application of ZPD termed scaffolding.
Oh,
so
right.
it's kind of, it's just another word. It's the, yeah.
Okay.
So the zone of
proximal
development was the observed thing, and the scaffolding is the process that others have now sort of used and called it.
Okay, so CPD we're looking at scaffolding is the physical.
Yes.
Yeah.
The application of it, okay, the doing it, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zone of proximal development always sounds to me like a bad translation from the Russian.
Yes.
It's something, it's a real mouthful, and it's really off-putting as a term, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I must say, I agree. I don't even understand the proximal.
In
the proximity of, I assume, just the area around.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Well, it's even the MKO is a bit of a mouthful as well, with the more known other. But
yeah, there's several different words. There's several different phrases for trying to say, yeah, the more experienced other, or the capable peer. Yeah.
We should probably make that just one set of words throughout, and that will stop the confusion as well.
That's true.
Yeah, I think that this is like 2 slides. Maybe we should focus one part in one and then the rest onto another one, isn't it?
Well, the one above scaffolding, the slide above scaffolding, is a diagram of ZPD.
Okay.
So we could...
Right, cool.
It could be that even in that slide above has got similar stuff to it that we just move about.
So getting on, team.
Yeah, here we come back to the advanced pair, whatever. Yeah.
It's good. Got a nice diagram in there. You like that?
Okay.
Got some good images going on as well. That looks nice.
Love a bit of imagery.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about Petracuta. It really makes you try and communicate visually rather than through text, which is nice.
Below the diagram, are those your notes?
Yes. So
they're your own notes?
Or being cut and pasted?
No, I think they're mostly cut and paste.
They're for you rather than to show, are they?
No, exactly.
Because that's an awful lot of words to put on a slide otherwise.
Yeah, we still have to edit it down, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I think on a slide you really want to put the main points, but not a lot of text. Otherwise, you can end up just reading a lot of text, and then people don't have to. They should be looking at the slide or listening to you, and so it's a good idea just have something like that diagram and then talk to it.
Yeah, what you see underneath are the notes that the person talked through.
No.
Yeah, the filmmaker.
Your notes. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So like it's three words a second that you can read. So what's that? 3 times 20. Rubbish. 60 words.
Yeah.
Is that right?
We were thinking
we're anticipating
60 words in 20 seconds.
50 words per slide, approximately.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Perfect. That's good.
Yeah.
So how many slides should we be aiming for?
40.
So there's 2 20s. So the first 20 is for the theory, and then the second 20 is for the theorist.
Right.
Yeah.
Separate it out.
Yeah, it's a bit mixed up now.
And it is really, it's the key. What are the key points? Because the idea of this is that by the end of the session, you want everyone to leave with the basic understanding of the 4 different theories. So, it is really just key points from the theory. What are the key concepts, and maybe a little bit about how might you use that in the classroom. That might be quite useful. Examples of what they look like in practice.
Okay. This is gonna be very short. We're gonna have to cut down quite a lot.
Are you warm enough, Sinead?
I have a very cold house. I even have, hang on,
not a hot
a hot water bottle.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's only September, my goodness.
I know. We haven't got the heating on.
Where are you? Which country are you in?
Which country am I in? The UK.
You're in the UK. You must be in northern Scotland then.
No, it's just we have a cold house. But I'm like that. My mum's like that. She gets cold very easily.
Really?
So I like just being snuggly. And this is actually a blanket that has sleeves, but I've decided
they're really cool.
to wrap myself around it.
They're really nice.
But I match my headphones, so
I was going to say that's pretty coordinated.
Very coordinated. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like to be cosy whilst I work. That's all.
Good. Yeah, one of the participants last year, Ellie, she did it in one of the sessions in a sleeping bag. You're right there, Ellie. And she was just like snuggled up in bed in a sleeping bag.
Not bad. Yesterday I did the Wednesday session from my bed because I wasn't well, so I had the camera off and just listened to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to be really sick to not attend the PGC session because it's going to
Yeah.
Cool. Well.
All right, Nicholas, shall we move on to elsewhere? Okay, we'll leave you guys in peace.
Just before we go, so yes, do bring out the main points, and the more you can kind of take that theory, which can be a bit kind of remote, and relate it to something people will understand, right? Within their own context. Give examples, then it'll help as well.
Okay. And we can sort of simplify things a little bit as well.
As much as possible.
As much as possible, yes, without completely destroying it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this
you can say things like, one very important part of constructivism is you build on what somebody already knows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like when you guys
a
give
very simple idea,
Monday, and then we have the lecture on Wednesday.
Yep.
So we construct on it.
Hey. You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You see, as the closer you look, the more you see there's learning theory everywhere on the PG cert. That's exactly it. Yeah, you get a little bit of taste of it, so you've got a chance to build your own understanding of it. And then when we get to the Wednesday session, you've already had some chance to make sense of it in your own context. through a little bit of discussion in the LinkedIn group, and then when we get to Wednesday, it should make a little bit more sense. And then through the discussion, then we try and find ways to help you connect further with the idea. But this is very much about helping you construct your new knowledge on top of your existing knowledge in such a way that makes meaningful sense. But yes, simpler the better, really. This is, very much not about trying to overcomplicate it or being highbrow. It's the very opposite. It's about trying to make it as accessible as possible and with as clear examples as possible so that people can really get it.
And, I'm always put off by long words and difficult construction and so on. And I expect most people are. So yes, if you can keep it as simple as possible, you'll interest people a lot more.
Okay.
You might even try searching for great examples of social constructivism on Google and just see what comes up, because there'll be some really innovative ones, I think. Just to give a few anecdotes as to, here's an example of, the ZPD in action, and there'll be some random one, but it'll be quite memorable or something.
I think we're good with that side of things.
Cool.
Okay, thank you.
Right, we should push off.
We'll move on.
See you in a little while.
Bye.
Okay, here we go.
Having a bit of trouble at finding a disadvantage.
But this guideline that we have, if we can't answer some, we just change the question. No, I mean the presentation is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's bits like it's been criticised for focusing on the collective learning process and ignoring the role of the individual. But yes, that is so. But then ZPD is tailored to the individual.
Yeah, but then maybe we make the question like, how criticized was it? And then we put your bit of the critiques.
Okay, so how has it been seen as a disadvantage rather than what are the...
Yes, exactly.
Because things like the role of memorization and passive perception in learning, that's the whole assessment criteria, and you can't assess it.
Well, Lev Vygotsky was against summative assessment, and he was in favor of formative assessment, considering all the parts of the student, the effort, everything, his progress, the student's progress. So, is that linked to this, or?
I think it could be. It's honing in this 2-sentence frame rate, really, but equally there are 3 slides, so we might as well use them and say, here's an example, or this person disagreed, or...
I think we have enough. Sorry, go on.
I was just trying to cut down some of I've been going through the ones that I added this morning and trying to cut them down a little bit, because there's a lot of...
Instead of removing stuff, can you just put it like in red or something? Because maybe we use it in another slide. It's just, I have to say that we... Or put it somewhere aside, like at the end. We could go back to it. Just because I have the feeling that we might need more... There's a lot of empty slides still.
I feel like we have the work, it's just moving it about a bit.
Distributing it, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe we just need to spread it over more slides.
Yeah, okay.
With more pictures.
So, how is 60 words?
we have a lot of imagery. That is the ZPD circle over a lot of slides. It might be worth taking it out somewhere, putting something else.
Okay, so hold on. What is it? How was discovered? Okay, so here, the 19th slide, number 19, maybe that one can be broken up into.
Nothing is built from, nothing is learnt from scratch. Knowledge is built on knowledge. See, there's loads of text underneath that.
Yeah, so shall I duplicate this one and we spread it out and I think we change the image?
So I would add another slide rather than post things back, just literally insert another slide and then we deal with how many slides we've got left at the end of it.
There you go.
There we go, fabulous. So you could do children develop tools, language, numbers and symbols as another slide because that's talking about the tools that they pick up. Okay. And that was a new bit.
This one. I'm just moving it.
Yeah, because we could even have that quote as one slide.
Sure. Is there any more text from here?
So in
those here,
this bit,
yes,
that would be a good bit.
Yeah. Oh wait, in the second one too, the language, because language is a tool.
Mhm. Yep, that bit.
And then this bit too. Yeah.
Because that's all. So you've got a bit all about language, and then underneath you've got a bit about play.
Yes, perfect. Okay, cool.
So then that could be another slide in itself.
Yes, agree.
There we go. We've got 3 slides.
Then, tomorrow I have some time, so I can put images on all the slides. And then maybe, guys, I don't know, we should meet up before Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes, it's on Wednesday. When am I? I think I'm out Wednesday night, not Tuesday night. I'll just double check. Yes, I could do Tuesday.
I could do Tuesday too because the students are back on Monday and I have to be on Monday, so I changed Tuesday for Monday next week.
Mm-hmm. So Tuesday's doable.
Rosie and Lee, is it good for you guys?
Yeah, I can do Tuesday night, yeah.
I'm thinking Tuesday. Definitely I'm free all day Wednesday, I know that, so I won't miss the session. And Tuesday, what sort of time? Tuesday evening?
I'm free any time on Tuesday.
Me too.
I'm probably free from about 7 o'clock.
Okay. So we could do an evening Tuesday.
Yeah.
So if I write that, I say I'm free all day Tuesday. I'm doing my tax return thing, tax assessment, but
Goodness.
so I'll be free by about then. Yeah. So if we pencil in Tuesday.
1,500 hours. Plus.
That would work quite well because I'm out for the count on Friday, Saturday because it's my friend's wedding.
Oh, nice.
So got to do the whole night before the wedding and all that lot. So I've like rushed my homework for this week to get it done. But I can jump back on it Monday.
Okay, cool.
So we'll get it done. It'll be fine.
Well, and I suppose we just should follow what was his name? Well, what he said, no, to make it very simple, small sentences.
Bullet points.
And you know, cut back as much as possible. Just like maybe we should count how many words is 50. Like 3 lines.
Tell you what we could do. If the slides have got a 20-second timer on them, we should literally just watch this presentation and see how long 20 seconds actually is for each slide.
Okay, let's do that now.
So I'm just looking myself still at slide 19. That first quote, recognising that a child's social background plays a crucial role. That's
your point.
That's it.
You don't need the whole of it.
Yeah, that's all you're going to have time for. You might have a fraction longer, depends. But I'll just count. I haven't got. Is this thing got a word counter on it? Highlight.
How long was it? 15 seconds? 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
I can't see the option. There's 15 and then jumps to 30
I
seconds.
could put it into a document and.
Let's go with 15 because that might give us a true idea of it.
See here. Yes, otherwise we can do 15 for now and then I investigate what it is, because there should be an option to make it custom.
Or when you view the presentation, does it tell you?
Yeah, so it's just, guys, you can't see it, but when you go to present, there is a settings tab. Can you see that?
So we can see that?
Yeah, we can see that, yeah.
So can you see here that says every 15 seconds to change autoplay, and then jumps into every 30. So I was wondering, maybe there should be an option to custom settings. Yeah, custom setting. But anyway, let's play 15 seconds. Let's see how long it is.
That first paragraph, it's 18 seconds. I just read it out to myself and timed it. So
which bit of the page?
Recognising that a child down to
that
develop.
Quote.
About 18 seconds to read through.
Okay.
Without rushing.
Just fast forward everything. They'll get there.
Yes.
Okay, shall we go?
Has it been 15 seconds already or not?
No.
Oh my gosh.
It feels like a long time.
Yeah. I'm hesitating to see if this is working.
That'd be funny. This is the whole thing.
Let me time it. Maybe I have to.
I mean, this is the. Oh.
I've done it myself. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, 15 seconds is amazing. We can get so much in.
Let me see again. Yeah, every 15 seconds.
Do you have to press like a play?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, there we go.
Play, yeah.
So stupid. Okay. Go now. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's what dress rehearsals are for.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, right.
Not too bad.
Okay.
Yes, little paragraph. I think it will be like 3 to 4 lines.
Yeah.
Without rushing it.
Yeah.
So basically, we need to just break up what we've got so far.
Yeah.
And fit it in. So even with his information, the next slide where it's got his background and all that, I'm not sure you're going to get all that down.
Yeah, we could
in 20 seconds.
Yeah. I just thought to make it schematic like this, but
no, it looks great.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm wondering whether maybe works and books or something could go on another slide again or something or
we just keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Can I just clarify? Are we trying to get it so that the slides run exactly 20 seconds?
No, this is 15 seconds.
This was just to get a feel of how it runs compared to...
There is I'm just looking at the software. Where's the actual option to...
Yeah, that's what I was looking.
It's in slide. Change transition. Is it transition? Or is that a fade or a...
No. Stop it. Shall I stop this? Have we got it?
We've got an idea of it.
Okay. So, slides, skip slide, move slides. No. I don't think it's change transition. I think it's more like...
Okay. We can, sorry, so it is like PowerPoint. There's places for you to dissolve, fade, slide left, slide right. Okay.
2 minutes to go.
Okay, I'll go. I won't fiddle with that. Just looking at the range.
I think I might just Google it after we finish our...
Yeah, or I was going to say I might make a copy and play with the copy so I don't mess up the... Yeah, okay.
And if you want to edit it, you can just edit it straight away. You don't need to do a copy.
So even that first slide, social constructivism, you've got it's an educational theory study developed by Lev Vygotsky in a Marxist Russia in 1934. That might be all you've got time for.
Yeah.
So then it could be, he believed both culture and environment influence the way we understand the world around us. He emphasised on tools as a language and play as a social interaction. That's your next slide.
Okay. So the 3 aspects of cognitive development, that would go on a different slide.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, which could go in the key elements bit.
Yes, because it's empty, that bit. Okay, let me do that.
Just because, from having that playing around with the timing, that is so little a time.
Yeah. Cool. I think, starts making sense.
It's one of those things where 20 seconds seems like a hell of a long time when you're planking, but when you're actually trying to read something out, it's not that long. Because, the bit about Lev Vygotsky with his face on underneath, that looks like a good amount of wording. And you could maybe take from a Jewish family with 7 siblings, father of a banker, mother of a teacher, and put that one in the slide above. Maybe, and then that's enough for that slide.
Okay, you think? I think it's a bit too short, but okay. Here.
Well, as it's an introduction, I suppose you can labour. If you do it in bold, people can say it a little bit slower and...
Sure.
Social constructivism. Do it sort of with a pause, so there's a sort of a... This is how we're going to present it. And then start talking really quickly. is an educational theory study developed by Lev Vygotsky, Marxist Russia. So and then there's a pause. So there's a good. You might almost want to mark your. Take a breath.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Breathe.
Okay, yeah, I think that's good. And then we jump into this section. So funny. He won a gold medal.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, random.
Gymnastics.
Wow.
13.
As you do.
It was on one of these links. I found it and I just copied it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think it was fun information.
So it's like whatever you can put on your CV for your personal statement.
Well, I also read that he was living at the basement of the psychotherapist institute and with his wife. And he was surrounded by the archive of philosophy and psychology. It might be somewhere, yeah. And he lived there until his firstborn child was born. Sorry, his first child was born. It's quite interesting. I think that's why he was able to invest so much time in it, isn't it?
I suppose if you have got, in the nicest way possible, a test subject need to kind of observe.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
So
I have to say, a lot of the teachers I meet seem to have the most unruly children. I don't know if that means anything, just a coincidence.
Yeah, I've noticed that as well.
I was, scout something, firelighting. I had to, with my 11-year-old, and I'm chatting to a lady and I'm introducing myself, and it turns out she's a secondary school teacher. I said, and which one's your son? She said, oh, it's Leopold. And I hid my eye roll. And I said, and what do you teach? She said, oh, RE. I've just finished a PhD in educational something, and I was, oh dear. So she's got all the theory, but no. Kids, eh?
wow. I did a senior section Rangers meeting yesterday for guides, and we totally got thrown in at the deep end. We thought we were just chatting to the new ones about it because we're from an old group that's closed down. And we ended up running the meeting completely, and there was one girl who was extremely bad-mannered, would not listen, was running around the kitchen with a knife kind of thing, and then turns out she was the leader's daughter. And we thought, oh, yeah, they were great. A bit funny. Oh, which one? But
and I was taught how to light my fire. I've never done this before. I wasn't a Boy Scout, with the flint and striking onto some. I think we had some tumble dryer lint. You know, and I couldn't get it. You know, I'm a blacksmith. I can do stuff, and I couldn't get this thing to light. So someone was having to show me. Here we go. Another bit of scaffolding. It's just everywhere.
See, they're everywhere in life.
Yes.
Well, we never stop learning, isn't it?
Yes, but I didn't rush off to go home and start lighting fires. I still would just use my blowtorch at work, you know. Start doing it with a Boy Scout. But, yes.
That should really. Where was that? I feel that individuals are expected to sacrifice their personal gains for the greater good of the nation. That section should be in here with where his theories accepted at the time.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So I can't work out where they've gone.
Let's just change the question. Was influence? Well, maybe it's influenced and accepted by at the time. Or should it be the different question?
1 minute. Ah!
Yeah.
Not enough time.
No.
Thing is, we're not showing that question to the thing necessarily.
Oh, but I think it would be good to have the right information so we don't get confused.
Yeah, okay, I'll get rid of what I've just put there because it's already in the other bit. So, were his theories accepted? No.
No.
Dangerous stuff.
But they were influenced by the time, I think, because it was a Marxist time.
Refuse!
So Tuesday night, 7:00.
Yes.
What, LinkedIn, or how are we gonna?
We can either do this again and one of us needs to set up a Zoom account.
Yeah.
Or we can do LinkedIn and go from there.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tuesday 7.
Yeah, well, I better let Mark know.
Yeah. We'll put it on.
He'll have finished it all for us by then.
Can't do that.
No, it's fine.
Well, welcome, Rosie. I hope this didn't put you off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done for being thrown at the deep end.
That's a lot of information, isn't it?
Mm.
Goodness. Yeah.
But yeah, there's some stuff on the chat, so you can find that.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I mean, I only started.
Where's the post? That's fair enough. Right, welcome back, everybody. Thank you all. It all looks like you're on target. There's lots of great stuff happening and some frantic putting together of presentations. So well done, everybody. I think you'll be fine. I have full confidence in your abilities to have your presentations ready for next Wednesday. Good. Very last thing I wanted to say was I am getting through all your learning logs for feedback. I've got through all bar 4, so apologies to Chris, Charlotte, Alex and Kathleen. I am nearly there and I'll try and get through those before the end of the week. But you should all have at least one bit of feedback on what you've uploaded so far, and we'll be continuing that as we go through. So every few weeks I'll be putting some feedback up. Would say part of this week's task is if you could add some feedback to another person's learning log, that would be fab. But you'll see on the task on my ECA, I've allocated feedback by teams. So just so that in case you haven't seen it, what I've asked you to do is in your team. So Team Halo provide feedback on participants from Team Square, Square on X, etc. So you might want to agree as a team who does what, or you might just want to dive in and just add a little bit of constructive feedback onto somebody else's blog post, just so that you're getting a chance to have a look at what each other's doing. That would be fab. Okay. I can't remember if I explained the individual task for this week, which is also on my ECA. Obviously, it builds on this week's signature pedagogy theme. So your task is to look at and identify some of the signature pedagogies in your educational work, in what you do. Then find some literature to reflect on some of the challenges that these present. And then how might you introduce more student-centered approaches, which we touched on during the presentation session on Wednesday. And then what might make it difficult for you to move to a more student-centered approach? Is it confidence, or is it institutional barriers? Is it class sizes? And what might you do to tackle some of those? Okay, so that's the weekly task for this week. And as I say, just a couple of little bits of feedback, if you could, onto somebody else's learning log.
Can you email this to us as you do usually?
I can do. I'm trying to sort of wean off emailing people as once they've got access to my ECA. So if everyone has access to my ECA, it's easier to leave that up there now, so that you just go into my ECA and the task is on there. Otherwise, it's just going to send me up double things. If you can't access my ECA, do let me know.
No, just because I would like to pull it out as a separate document.
Okay.
So then I put it in a folder marked it. But from Team Halo to all the other nervous speakers for next week's presentation, the gem of Team Halo work was gin.
Gin. Yeah, gin solves most things.
Yeah, anybody nervous about presenting next week? Gin is the solution.
Can we do that at 10 in the morning though?
10 in the morning.
Definitely can.
It's a medicinal aid.
Propranolol. Propranolol is a good one too. It's a beta blocker.
We're going to end this session now. So it's in the clear. I think. Somebody's still recording. Sinead's still recording this. So right, raise that up. Right.